You've been working hard and you've decided to take a break. You're going to go take a few days at the coast, at the lake, the river, the mountains, wherever. Maybe you're just going to go, visit family for a few days or go to a conference or something like that. But what about your voiceover business? What about your clients? What about your auditions? What are you going to do? Hey gang, Jan Anderson here, voice actor in Salem, Oregon. And yeah, what do you do when you've got, auditions and clients and, stuff like that that are going to be waiting for you? Well, you've got a couple options. So let me put my notes up here so I can see them. So you've gone to the trouble of putting together a great sounding recording studio at home. And this is the kind of business where things don't really stop for very long. I mean, there's always at least communication going on. There's marketing, there's auditions. I mean, stuff once gets rolling, what are you going to do? So, well, you do have a couple of options. First of all, let me show you a little show and tell. You can take a to-go bag with you. Here's mine. Ugh. This is my studio in a bag. Let me show you what's in it. All right. First of all, a little show and tell. Oh boy, how exciting. Laptop computer. All right. I don't use this at home. This is just for when I'm away. It's not a very expensive one. What's really important is that it's quiet. And honestly, this one's not that quiet. Okay. Next, microphone number 1. This was my very first XLR large diaphragm condenser microphone. It's the AT2035 from Audio-Technica. A solid buy at $150 brand new. It's a good mic. That's why I've hung on to it. What else do I have? I got another mic. Another Audio-Technica mic. This one's a short shotgun mic. It's the AT875R. It looks kind of like, the famous Sennheiser 416, but it's much shorter. But it does kind of the same thing, very tight pickup pattern coming from this small diaphragm right here. Another condenser mic. Okay, it comes with a little wind sock. Okay, what else? Headphones. I've got a clamp-on microphone stand that will accommodate. I've got it's kind of getting away from me here. It will accommodate the various microphone clips that I have. Like here's the shock mount for the large diaphragm condenser. Here is the shock mount I have for the short shotgun, which is wrapped around some cables right here. That screws on right there. Then I can just mount the shotgun microphone in that thing right there. This is handy for clipping onto whatever, just to keep the microphone steady, whether it's in a closet, on the bar that you hang your clothes racks on. You can clamp this onto a steering wheel inside a car, and we'll get to those items or options in just a second. I have a good microphone cable, good XLR cable. This one's made by Pig Hog. Weird name, but it's a good cable. Very nice quality, nice thick gauge cable, very nicely manufactured ends. And what do I have? USB cables, that kind of thing. Here is my audio interface. This is something called a MicPort Pro. This one's no longer available. C Entrance that made this has other products available, but this was my very first audio interface that I got on, that was highly recommended at the time. And it's great. It's quiet. It does everything I need it to do, and it just fits in this little baggie here, and a great to-go option. Takes up no room at all. What else do I have in here? Oh, I've got a mouse for my computer. What else? More cables. USB cables. Other data cables in case I can plug into a router somewhere. So anyway, that's my to-go bag. So where do you set up this stuff? Now, you have a couple options here too. The first thing you can do is wherever you're staying, whether it's a hotel room or, a relative's house or a rental home or something like that, like a vacation rental, you can build like a pillow fort. You just take all the pillows and heavy comforters that you can find and sort of recreate just sort of a temporary version of what you might have at home. Just, surround yourself as much as possible with thick, plush, absorptive material. Absorptive or absorbent? I'm not an English major, clearly. So recreate that so that you've got a nice dead sounding space around you. As usual, you want to knock down all those room reflections. Can't have those in your recordings. And if your computer makes noise like mine kind of does, hide it under a blanket if possible while you're recording. Or under a bed or whatever you need to do. Or better yet, just invest in a better computer than I did. Actually, it was pretty quiet when I first bought it, but it's getting a little long in the tooth now. Another good option for recording is a car. Cars, for quite a while now, are designed to keep out noise or to deaden noise. And all the irregular shapes, they don't have much in the way of reflections within them, even with all the glass. All the glass is reflecting it or pitched at different angles and things like that. So there's no real need to worry so much about the glass because it's a pretty tight-sounding compartment. If you just go inside your car and you just listen and you have a conversation with somebody maybe, you can tell it's pretty tight sounding. Now, the trick here is that you have to park somewhere quiet, because there might be plenty of road noise or, other sources of noise going on around your car. So if you need to, make sure the battery is fully charged on your laptop and go park someplace like a city park or something that's going to be quiet, or maybe a deserted parking lot, something like that. So there are a couple really good options for recording when you're away from your home studio. Okay? It can be done. Another option is if you don't have or you're not comfortable with the recording setup. Let me back up here for a second. It kind of depends upon what you're going to be doing, what you're going to be recording, whether it's auditions or for a real job, how good the audio quality needs to be. Auditions, you can let your agent know that you're away and that your audio quality may not be the same as your home studio. And that's fine. Everybody goes away. Everybody has, challenges once in a while. The other option is if you are recording a job, and especially if it's going to be more of a high-profile job, maybe one that you landed through an agent, it might be worth it to seek out a local recording studio and hire them to record your session for you. Go to that studio. Make sure you check it out because not all recording studios are alike. Many of them are great for recording music. They have live rooms and things like that, but sometimes they don't have what we need as for voiceover is a really dead sounding, well acoustically treated vocal booth. It sounds really dead. But if you do find a suitable recording studio, you may consider hiring it, even if you have to eat the cost of it. Especially if it's a well-paying commercial job or something like that, it might be worth it to you. I'll tell you what, even if you have a regular client that you have a set budget with, and you're pretty sure that they wouldn't pick up the cost of the studio, maybe hire it anyway and eat the cost to keep that client happy. I mean, it might be a very good business decision to go ahead and put the money towards that recording studio so that you can keep your client happy and they'll keep coming back to you. You know, you can let them know that you've done that. Maybe, you know, be tactful about it. Hey, I'm gonna hire, you know, I'm away from my home studio. I'm gonna hire another studio so that I can get this done for you, and you know, I'll pick up the cost. But of course, if they can wait, yeah, then don't bother with it. Here's something you should be doing anyway. If you know you're going to be out of town for a while, let all your clients know. Send out a mass email to all your clients, even ones that you may not have heard from for a while, just to kind of give them a little nudge. Hey, remember me? Well, I'm not available right now, but I will be soon, just in case you need me. And so that brings me to the final option, and that is forget work. You know, keep your phone with you, you know, so you can answer emails and respond, at least, you know, reply to any communication from clients or agents and that kind of thing. But, you know, just leave work at home, especially if you're going away to take a break. If you're going to take a break, leave it at home. I don't take all this stuff with me every time. Honestly, I rarely take it any time I go. I just let all my clients know that I'm going to be out of town for a few days, and I'm usually out of town for a few days maximum anyway. Long weekends, that kind of thing. They get it, and they're happy to wait a day or two, you know. That's typical for me anyway. So let them know that you're going to be out of town, or let them know you're going to be out of town, away from your home studio, but you will have some facilities with you to record auditions, if not jobs. Okay? Now, I would not recommend continuing a previously recorded job in an outside studio because the audio is going to sound different. Even if you bring the same microphone and the same audio interface, the space is different, so it's going to sound different. So I wouldn't recommend doing that when you're on the road. But anything else, yeah, go for it. So the main message here is you have options. It's just a matter of what options are going to be best for you. Where you're going to be traveling to, what sort of recording gear you might have to take on the road with you. And if you don't have any that's appropriate for taking on the road, then just let your clients know that you're going to be away for a few days. No big deal. It shouldn't be a big deal, you know? And if they're jerks, then they can... I was going to say something untoward. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to let you know kind of things that I've done in the past and things that really work well for other people as well. And do with that information as you will. I hope this information has been helpful. I'm going to be having another live stream coming up on Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. Join me if you can. And aside from that, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. All that jazz. All right. Take care.